here we are in Seasonal Living with Erinn V, who is a fabulous furniture and interior designer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Erinn and I are going to talk about colour trends today.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we walk around, and I'd love you to point out some colours that you love, and we can talk a little bit about it and how you would utilise the colours and maybe what you would pair with those colours.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
So how about this for some color?
I love this blue. Now it's like, this is a lot of blue.
It is.
What do you think?
This is a statement piece.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of things people love, and then there's different things that you actually want to live with.
Right.
And that is the key to finding your style, is to
Okay,
really
that's
mix
smart.
that.
That's smart. And then what kind of colours would you match with this blue if you had this blue in a room?
I would do some blue and gold together. I would see this in a very dark space, almost a little masculine library kind of a vibe. Or you can also mix it with neutrals, as they've done here, with really pale colors, and this is your key accent. But then they've tied it together with lighter blues to kind of bring it around.
Beautiful.
So this is another one of my favorites, Waylon Gregory. He was a famous sculptor and potter in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. His work is in the Smithsonian, and he did work for Tiffany's, and I think it is just so vibrant and amazing, and his great nephew has reissued all of his pieces.
Amazing.
Like, I'm dying for this green.
The green is
it.
unbelievable. And do you think something like this is timeless, or do you think this is trendy?
I think this is absolutely timeless, because the majority of his work is very graphic, which I think really strikes a chord and looks amazing in any environment. But I mean, this kind of an emerald green, like it feels like it could be a vintage piece, but it's still very fresh, especially considering it was Pantone's color last year.
Absolutely.
Which I love, and it matches my eyes.
It does match your eyes perfectly. And then what kind of colors would you mix this with?
Well, I think that this would be beautiful in a room full of neutrals too. If you have a lot of creams and taupes
Just to really
bring
add
it in.
a bright color to pop.
Well, especially with greens, because it is the color of plants and foliage. So oftentimes you've already got some of that through your windows, and so to bring it in, it really ties the space together.
Okay.
But I also really love his turquoise. I love this turquoise and gold. And
What is it about the turquoise and gold that you love so much?
I think it's such a fresh pairing with gold. I mean, often you see the black, you know, which is always beautiful and chic, or white, but to take such a pretty kind of ocean, tropical turquoise with the gold, it really takes something that's very beachy and casual, and that we're all familiar with, and gives it a shot of glam. And I think every room needs a little bit of glam.
I love that. And then again, if you were to do this turquoise, what other colors would you pair this with in a room?
I think this would be really beautiful with a room full of whites, but also you can see here it's got the greens, and I would accent this also with maybe some fuchsia in the flowers if I was to put that on my table.
Yeah, I love that idea.
A little pop of pink.
So what about the old adage, blue and green should not be seen? Do you think there's any rules left anymore when it comes to mixing colors?
I think that that's ridiculous. When I look at a color wheel and they say you can't put those opposites together, I love those opposites together. And I think right here, this is a perfect example of how nature does it for us. The sky and the water and trees, I mean, that's one of the most beautiful things you could find.
I love it. Well, Erinn, here we are in Sklo.
Yes.
Another one of your hot picks.
Absolutely.
And what do you love here?
Well, they were right next to me when I showed my furniture line Erinn V Home at High Point last fall, and I have to say this is one of my favorite glass companies. They do all this beautiful check glass, and I think it's so unique because they've taken pieces that you'd see on the tabletop and oversized them, so they also look really great on the floor or by a fireplace or by a window.
And are they just decorative, or can you do anything else with them?
Well, they've turned a lot of these same pieces into lighting, and I personally love these right here. And this is a little bit marsala, isn't it? Maybe just. It
is a little bit. I didn't want to bring it up, but
it
it definitely is. So you've gravitated towards a little bit of marsala.
This is my
I
marsala.
like it. This is your marsala. Good choice. Good choice. I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Erinn, it was so great to talk with you today. Thank you so much for picking out your favorite colors in the market. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Same.
Take care.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.